Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Swift Owl 7 Gaming. I am Swift Owl 7, and we are continuing our Let's Play in City Skylines 2 Vanilla Let's Play. This is episode 8 in our series if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, welcome to the stream, and we're going to get right into this. So, in our last episode, major additions. We added this Chevron district. Don't have a name for it yet, but we have had some problems with people not staying in this district. So what we did was put this riverfront industrial complex down here. Our wind should take our pollution across the ocean, and maybe we could even build an industrial area over here, just like we have one up here, to kind of give our citizens more of a place to, what am I trying to say? Everyone's driving all the way over to this industrial district, so more places to work that are closer to their homes. We put this European-styled district in. We haven't zoned it yet as a district, but it will be eventually, and it might even just be called the Chevron district eventually. I do like these row houses of the European style. They are quite nice. I like the roofs on them. So these buildings are going to pose problems eventually, I have a feeling. This zone is going to be completely eliminated at some point in time, I believe, because we had talked about putting our elementary school right here. Our high school still remains central, and then we have another elementary school servicing this area up here. The college was a big addition in our last episode. We have some college housing, even though it's not officially college housing, if you will. We do try to keep things looking like they might in real life, if you can imagine us being outsourced dorm housing. And then we got our college. I'm not sure that we like how the campus is designed. This back section is going to belong to the college as well. We're just not sure what they're going to make out of it yet. So, being that back section's belonging to the college, we need a way to just let everyone know that, and we're going to do that with a road. And that road is going to come and join up here.
This is an emergency broadcast to all citizens.
I don't know why I just pressed.
The Fire and Rescue Service reports that fires are currently spreading in the nearby forest. The billowing clouds of smoke pose a serious health risk to anyone nearby. At this time, all citizens in the affected area are instructed to immediately move to a safe location until the
I guess things are happening across the pond. This will be really nice to build some communities around this lake. I'm going to call this a lake, even though it's probably not. I'm going to call it a lake. It has an inlet and an outlet, and lake. We'll think of a name of it for it eventually. But I really like the idea, and I didn't have it in the last episode, of extending maybe Main Street. We can curve it down onto a bridge. Because if I would have thought about building over here before, I would have just brought this, this is Willow Street. I would have just brought it down through our industrial complex. But as I have said in many episodes, I try not to use eminent domain. So I try not to delete people's buildings, though it does happen after they have moved in, unless it's absolutely necessary or a true mistake was made, like in this zoning over here. So, but even now they've been living here for a long time, so I'm not sure that we're going to get rid of them. Oh, we also added the Ponderosa Ranch over here. We have a mansion that was given to us, and we added a little chicken farm on this Ponderosa Ranch with a little campsite in the back. So let's go ahead and just look at this college boulevard. I want to go ahead and just, again, make sure everyone's aware this is the college boulevard, just by putting some nice big sidewalks around it. I wonder if I can do both. Is it one or the other? Yeah, it's one or the other. Okay, that's kind of cool. If I go down there, though, there's trees, so we want to really just keep the same theme of having trees in the middle. Okay. And this will eventually get developed at some point in time. We're nowhere close to, we can probably even right now, if we want to work on this, add. See, I don't even think that's going to function properly. But we can pretend that does. I don't know if it will or not. Add a sidewalk. Just like this. I want the 180-degree angle. There we go. And then we can add just like a little patch there, going to these crosswalks. I don't like that there's a red light there, but it's not hurting anything right at the exact moment. We're gonna do a little sidewalk, maybe something going over to the library. And that kind of works, maybe. Okay, so we kind of have a little design for the back courtyard of the college. The trees, I don't like them. We'll work on that another time. We are having some demands right now. So some of our demands is for more commercial buildings. So looks like they want a little commercial outlet over here, and we're going to oblige them by putting a commercial outlet right in this area. What do I mean by a commercial outlet? Like a little strip mall. That's what I mean. I want this to be straight. I'm putting in a little strip mall right here. We're going to bring it all the way down to here. And we're going to bring it up to right here. If you hear the siren in the background, that is just the test of the tornado siren that they do out where I live. So just disregard that. I forgot today was Saturday. It's Saturday at noon they do that. We're going to put that there. We're going to keep this little side street there just for the heck of it. We're going to call this Willow Commons, because it's off of Willow Street, and Commons Drive. So that takes care of this little area here. We are going to make a little district here for this area. Okay, and now we can go ahead with our commercial and put our strip mall in. Just like that. We're going to do strip malls right along there. Maybe a restaurant will move in. And what we're going to do is do some parking in this area too. Like the center section is reserved for parking. In a lot of commons, they have this go all the way through. So we're going to do that. And maybe, I wish I wouldn't have put that there, but that is there now. So we'll do this like that. And we'll take a little alley, clear through like so. And we're going to do our parking lots off of the alley. So we got parking there, in here. Now a lot of these businesses will have parking lots, but we're just trying to make this kind of look realistic. We're gonna just help these parking lots out with the sidewalks going by them. Since people have to access the alley to park, it's not a big deal. Just something like that. And let's go ahead and make this. I just want to make this realistic. We're going to make four-way stop up here. And that's the only stop area we're going to have. We're going to have a stop sign right here, too. This building looks like it was... Okay, some zoning changes took place when I put the sidewalks in. I don't know why it does that. I really don't like that. The game does that. But we got a nice commons district along here. And that actually changed this whole idea. This was going to be residential. And we can have residential in the back of this chevron zone. Let's take a look at what else we can do. So, before I forget about it, now that we've already discussed it, I don't think I'm going to forget. I want to go ahead and extend this road a little bit here somehow. I'm not sure how I want this to end up going. Just like this, maybe. Come on. Invalid shape, invalid shape. Okay. So, problems with the shape, eh? Let's, maybe we can do this. Because I do like how the roads are flexible, so that creates the intersection that looks like that. And this will give us a little bridge going over here. We can make a slight turn and then go straight across the river once we own this land over here. We better buy both of these. We got plenty of money. Our money woes are currently solved. I won't say that they're perfect because, but we are in the green. So we do have snapping on, and we'll bring this just right up over here. Okay, so that kind of functions like I would want it to. That's a heck of an incline, though. I might try to adjust this section right here. I do want to go over this bridge, but I don't want the incline. Let's just try to come up with a couple different solutions. One of them is maybe a natural bend.
A driving advisory.
We bring this all the way out.
Area due to poor road conditions.
There.
Please exercise caution if
invalid
you
shape.
drive
Invalid
and try
shape.
to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
How delightful! Another letter from our erstwhile listeners. What's up, honey? Me and my sister love you. Oh, that's nice. Y'all got
I think that's a lot less of a angle. I think that looks better. Yeah, I like that a lot better. We're not holding up traffic down here. Right here, we're going to have a major roundabout.
Oh, yes. So, a raison d'etre? Delicious. My sisters say whoever you got playing the keys...
Being American, I don't like roundabouts, so... But we have been using them in this little side of the map.
That's classical. Yes, indeed. That must be most exacerbating.
I'm just checking out how things are going over here. So we're halfway full. Now that we got a little bit of money, if we turned on our recycling...
Now, let's hear another one of those soulful cans.
A housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
We got some garbage stored there. We got processing speeds activated. So we can do some recycling again. We're still in a profit.
So a housing shortage.
We got some problems. Okay. 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 Yeah. We got problems. We're going to take a serious look at our traffic problems that we are having. And I don't think it's people moving in, because we haven't built any residential areas. But everything is stemming around this roundabout. This roundabout is not working. Why? Why is this roundabout not working?
Thank you, Professor.
It is a question of priority.
I mean, we got Owl Boulevard down here. There's nothing other than Candor Heights, really, to draw traffic.
Talk about why contracting with outside agencies to provide vital services for our residents. Isn't that going to be costly, Mr. Councilman?
Could it be this red light that's causing us problems?
But the residents have come to expect a certain level of services, and we simply do not have the capacity to provide them within the city.
That's a one-way into this zone, so people are coming out here.
I expect the residents would be more distressed if key services became unavailable. Their quality of life is very important to them.
Because I feel like cars should still be able to fill this area. I'm not quite sure what is causing. Man, we got major traffic problems. Oh, this is the fun part of this game, is just organizing the traffic. See, now it's flowing, but people are okay. I mean, it's moving now. Cars are despawning. They're taking so long. Wish there was a way to turn off despawning vehicles, but that you probably need a mod for that, and we're doing a vanilla Let's Play. I wonder what's in a Wonder Ball. No. Let's see. If we did something like overlapping items. I'm overlapping with this. I was gonna do that. And if I did this, it's not gonna let me add a third lane in there. That's unfortunate, but we can still have a third lane here. That's not a big deal. Yeah, that is not gonna work itself out. We're almost outside of the city limits now. This is a priority. This is definitely a priority to get this all worked out. Got a lot of trucks coming in. So nothing's clogged up down there. I really don't think it's this intersection. But this intersection is problematic, don't get me wrong. I wonder. See, we changed this to a one-way street. People used to be able to output here, but we did that to solve traffic problems down here, so we don't have any traffic crossing each other, and that eliminated our red lights and stop signs and everything. So I don't want to mess that up. Boy, that looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay, let's go to something that doesn't look beautiful, and that's this right here. I just think we just need to keep people moving through here. So I'm thinking one way here, but we need to figure out a way to get these people out of their neighborhood. An option is, well, yeah, get people out, right? An option is to dump them out on the main street, but that's going to be a lot of traffic dumping out right at this intersection. So I don't think that that is necessarily the option unless we take Hickory Street and we curve it into a roundabout right here. That might be a solution. So that'd be kind of in the middle of this district. Take Hickory Street, put a little bend into a roundabout. We don't take any buildings away. See, now traffic is cleared out right here. Traffic is moving into here, trying to bypass that roundabout. They're being really smart, and this is one of the things in City Skylines 2, which is really cool. You got smart AI, so they said, hey, look, the semis have to go down this way because I think we banned heavy traffic. But us cars, why don't we go ahead and go down this way? So that's where our traffic's coming from. So this has not solved itself at all. Oh, and people are trying to get over, it looks like, to this section of the city. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they're just trying to continue on Main Street. One of the things we can do is put in a gated community. To try to stop traffic from merging into this section. I'm going to speed up time and just see what happens. I mean, we got plenty of traffic to filter through. We really don't need a red light there. I don't know. We don't need crosswalks. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's get rid of this crosswalk. It's just one crosswalk's all we need there. And that is causing traffic to flow. Our policy has solved this red light's problem on Chestnut Street. People are flowing down this way. People are trying to merge in down here, okay. Traffic is backing up and is not. So what we could do then is maybe have a branch out here that diverts on a highway, or, you know, just a medium road or some type of road, comes down this way into Florence Street. We upgrade this street here, and we merge it into the Riverfront Industrial Complex. Or we could even loop it out this way and into Maple Street. And see if there's any traffic that would take that. So I'm going to slow down our time. I'm going to try to figure out a way of doing this. And I think we're going to delete a significant part of this road, because I'm going to do a highway along here. Kind of like in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I used to live near there, about an hour and a half away. But a lot of the roads ride right on the coast. I believe there's a way that you can do a coastal wall too. And to do a coastal wall, I think it's something like, I don't even remember now. Something that has to do with... I've seen YouTube videos on how to do it, but that's not it. I don't really fully know. We're gonna look at the highways anyway for right now. So let's go ahead and pause things. We're gonna need an off ramp. We're gonna do that back here. So we should have a road like that, because we're gonna do an off ramp right here. It's gonna go up. Something like that. It's not the prettiest, but we'll get this to work out. Am I worried? The question is, do I want traffic going this way from here? The answer is probably at some point in time, yes. And we're going to go on to a... just looking at this, different highways we can do. I mean, these are more interstates and these are more highways, so that's kind of cool, actually. I really like that. So we can do like a highway here. Come on. And we can do this part right along here. I want to do something like this. And this is going to really merge right in here, which this is going to be, we need a merging lane. So that should be good. I want to kind of, I'm happy with this side. I want to work on this side just a wee bit, guys. And one thing in City Skylines 1 that I had discovered was if you work backwards, sometimes it's better. So, if we work our way backwards, and then just switch this directions all around. Still don't like this right here, and what we might have to do is just back off of this just a wee bit. Let's just put this back down to... That's not what we wanted.
You're tuned into Second Moon, the channel where the classics never grow old.
How are we doing on money? Okay.
We're live, and we're getting reports about a traffic accident somewhere in the city.
Road maintenance services have already been dispatched, and traffic flow should return to normal. But if you're planning a quick trip out, you might want to wait a little while until everything clears up.
If you're in it, you already know about it. No use reminding you. Meanwhile, expect delays and drive safe.
Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda.
Okay, that looks a lot better. We had to just widen it a little bit, but I think it's more of a natural curve. It's something that's, I believe, is believable. Okay, I see we got some problems over here that we accidentally did. We can fix that. Okay. So that should work just fine. Do we want a loop so people can go back into the city? I mean, we could. I mean, we're doing all this work right now, so I mean, I'm not opposed to something. Like that. Let's just fix this bend. I didn't like how that. So again, let's work backwards. Let's work backwards. I kind of want it to follow invalid shape. Okay, so it's going to have to maybe be this far back. Okay. And then we'll slowly merge down to one lane there. I'm happy with that bend. I don't like that little graphical glitch right there, but we're gonna live with it. It'll work. The only thing we don't have now is a road going back into the city, and I don't think we need one right now. I don't think it'd be difficult to do if we did need to, you know, do like a 2-lane road here in the future, and 1 lane branches off this way, or even up and over. We can work on that if we need it. We'll just see how this goes. So let's go ahead and pull in our highway. And for right now, we're just going to do... This highway might get moved, and we'll, truthfully, when Beachfront Properties comes out, will probably be moved. But for right now, we can just follow this down like this. Go through our backyard, if you will, of the mansion. Okay, so that plugs into there. What I want to do is upgrade this. I want to keep this part of the highway. I want to keep this highway. And right here, the highway is going to continue this way. And I want this to be our giveaway road and the highway to remain where the cars go, if you will. I just don't want to lose our farm land, if you will. Or not our farmland, but just that country road theme that we have going on. So we're going to bring our highway down this way. And, you know, at some point in time, this highway might be very good for connecting over into here. Not right now. I'm going to bring this all the way up to right here. That's going to be where our highway ends. I want to work on this bend in this road here. I just don't like it. So let's work backwards. Let's go from this direction That's better. Got this one strip of road right here that I just don't quite like. We might have to delete this and just kind of work back. So, just right to there. This kind of goes like that, and we just finish it off right there. That looks more fluid a little bit. I'm still not sold 100% on it. Okay. So, this is going to be called, this highway. It's good. It's recognizing this as the main artery, not the dirt road. I like that. I don't want a intersection right here yet, anyway. And we're going to call this Riverfront Bypass, and really it should be called Main Street Bypass, I guess, but Riverfront because it's going to go into our Riverfront complex, okay? So let's see if people use that. Holy cow, we got all kinds of things over here going on. Okay. Okay, there are a number of vehicles starting to say, hey, don't know what's going on here. Guys, you have to drive properly, okay? I'm not quite sure what some of these cars are thinking. There are a number of people using this, so that's good. That is a good thing. That'll help our congestion a little bit. I don't think that solves our problem because, of course, these people never had the opportunity to use it. We're just going to let this play through. And it actually seems to be making our congestion go down. Because, okay, it's out here where my mouse is. So let's just monitor this for a moment. And everyone, there's demand everywhere. Everyone has demand. Okay, we got that. Look at that. Our congestion is going down on high speed. So yeah, that, and look at this. In front of the highway. So we just need to wait for this to filter out. And that solves our problem. We didn't have to do anything down here. Though I will say, you know, we're not going to have this heavy traffic here in a little while. I think this crosswalk needs to be removed. If we're going to do anything down here, we're going to remove that crosswalk. I don't think we need it. People will have to just cross here, and cross here. I mean, that's just how it's going to have to work out for now. So, we'll come back and check this out in a little bit. Let's go ahead. Okay, we got some congestion down here. This is to be expected. And I was kind of thinking we're going to have to do a circle of some sort down here. Look at this guy's doing a loop-de-loop. Okay. That works for the time being. We got lots of traffic. We might have to upgrade this road eventually. What's the speed on this road? Can we see that? I don't know what the speed is on that road. I thought they had speeds on the road. Oh, 70. So does it just stay 70 then? As they okay, 65. That's about right. That's what it should be on that road. Got problems here still, but that's, you know, it's slowly filtering out. Okay. This is still a problematic area, but it's not backing up. Oh, I see. Oh, you sneaky little buggers. Look at you guys. You can't do that. No. This is not what this was designed for. I mean, gee whiz. So you guys just wanting... I'm very disappointed in you, citizens. Look at this. Well, shucks. Well, no wonder that solved our problem, because they're going to try to come in a back door. Man. So this roundabout continues to be the vein of our existence, doesn't it? Darn it. I really thought we were going to be really clever and divert traffic. That didn't help anything at all. Matter of fact, look, now this road's backing up. No, 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 no. Oh, we've solved one problem, but really created a bigger problem. What we can do... I'm going to try unlocking under our roads, large roads. I want to know if that's going to... Our large road's going to really... I get that that roundabout is... See that? Okay. That's what I wanted to see is... Are we going to be destroying buildings by putting in large roads? And the answer is yes.
You're listening to Second Moon Radio, the station of levitated tastes. Don't touch that dial.
This just in from traffic. If you're thinking about hitting the streets, you can expect delays on the major roads, especially
This
during
news
rush hour.
reporter, he's
Good
on
to
it,
know,
man.
Jim.
There are
Seems like
definitely
everyone's
delays.
in a hurry to get somewhere fast. It's worth slowing down. And if you can, plan your trip outside the rush.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather wait an hour in traffic than to have to start thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get anywhere. Our story this hour.
What I want to do, I want to see if this affects the roundabout at all, is have all
That's
these
right,
lanes
Jim. This decaying shell is a symbol of the industrial
being
decline
3
sweeping the city.
going in.
People are being laid off.
3 lanes
The
going
industrial
into the
sector is on the
roundabout,
verge of collapse, and
and that does affect our roundabout a little bit.
Thanks.
This
Always
field
watch
is going to
out
be a
for-
problem.
Not to mention collapsing buildings. We'll have more after this.
I do not mind taking a little bit of the Anderson farm away from them. The city's, worked out a really good deal with the Andersons to just cut their corner back there. And, the Anderson still has a really good farming area. Okay, that adds a 3rd lane to our roundabout. Okay. Now let's go back to the Anderson farm. The city did tell the Andersons that they could have land that was not used. So that's exactly what the city is going to do. And the Andersons are going to do, just like that. The Andersons were very happy with this arrangement. They understood the traffic problems that were going on. They were very good sports about it. Let's go ahead and give our 3rd lane... Oh wait, I want that to go that way. Just like that. Let's expand our 3rd lane this way. So we ended up cutting out a turning lane there, but I'm okay with that. I think we really want this turning lane here, though. This road here. We're just going to keep like that. This road will go like that. Okay, let's see if this solves any problems. We got the largest roundabout that we can possibly have, as far as I know right now, until we get into large roads, without doing major eminent domain. crosswalks are holding things up a little bit. I do see that problem. We're letting this play through. And I think it's going to work. I think that kind of solves some of our problem. Kinda, sorta, maybe not. It might not solve any of our problem. Everyone's just coming down this way now. Okay, this red light, I think it's necessary, but it is causing some issue. Okay, this has worked itself out. Now we're up to this red light, which is causing issue. But it's not a major issue. This looks like normal traffic that I would experience in a city. So I'm not overly concerned about it. We're just going to let this play, and we're just going to monitor the situation, and hopefully everything will be okay. I do want to bring this dirt road down for kicks and giggles right to there. Okay. Wow. That was rough. Let's look at demand. We got some major demands that we need to meet. We got demand for high residential. Okay. We can do that. How are we going to do that? Oh, I don't know. Find a way. I got an idea. Let's go ahead, bring this road down to there. I might regret this at some point in time, but I'm going to use our American high density housing along this section right here. I do not want it zoned right on this corner. Just to see what it looks like. The college is right there. A matter of fact, we are going to do some sidewalks before we even get people moving in. This is kind of the college town, if you will, over on this side. Let's fix this. And let's fix some of this here that got messed up. So we got some housing. We're going to have some commercial areas on this other side. And what we can do with the commercial demand is are some of these buildings here. Just right along there. So let's just check this out and see how this goes. Look how tall that's going to be. Holy moly. Okay, our main city may end up being back this way. I don't know. I'm just going to run everything on level 1 speed because I'm looking for roads right there. I want to just see how this works. Bring this all the way down to something like that. Okay. This road, let's just bring it straight on down. into here. And we're going to have an interesting intersection there. Okay. Just something for that middle section, if you will. This is going to be low residential American themed. Let's name these streets here. So we got Common Drive. This is going to be all one street. So let's call this Common Housing Loop. And then we're just going to have Loop A Street, Loop B Street. I'm really good at these names, right? Yeah, those are the most pathetic names ever. We might need a red light here or a roundabout or something at some point in time. So that takes care of some of that need. Probably could go with some more commercial right in here. It looks like there is a need for commercial. We're going to have a couple commercial businesses right back in here. I did not mean to kick you guys out. What did I do? I'm so sorry. You guys can stay. There was nothing I did. You're still zoned exactly how you've always been zoned. I did not do that. You guys chose to move out, is what I'm saying. You got upset that people are going to be right behind you, is what happened. Over here, we're going to have some commercial buildings right along here. The HOA is selling part of this land because it's so desirable for commercial infrastructure. Have commercial going in over here. Oh, look at that! Holy moly! We have a whole row of high residential. So can you imagine just the backdrop of the college having that? We got our first skyscrapers, guys. This is big. This is really a big deal. 216 people live there. Parking, I can see being an issue. And the city is acknowledging the responsibility to, you know, put some form of parking in.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
You're listening to Second Moon, the epitome of classical listening at home or wherever you roam.
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate.
Want to upgrade our
Or
sidewalks?
so my wife tells me. That's
Oh, we can
good
add,
for business and good for the community.
Oh, that's just downgrading.
Thanks,
That's what's already there.
We'll be back.
We're live, and we're getting reports about a traffic accident somewhere in the city.
Road maintenance services have already been dispatched, and traffic flow should return to normal. But if you're planning a quick trip out,
Want
you
people to
might
use the
want to wait
parking
a
lot?
while until everything clears up.
If
So
you're
we're
in it,
upgrading with
you,
big
you
sidewalks all the way
already know
around.
about it. No use reminding you. Meanwhile, expect delays and drive safe.
I think we followed that orange car from way over here. He's going to come out of that store and be like, where did I park at, man? I remember parking so far away. So, I'm hoping, just putting that there to discourage people from parking down that street. I'm hoping that this will encourage more parking lot usage, since we have all that. Those parking lots there. We're gonna do some trees. So let's pull our brush size down. Let's grab some pines, throw in there. Let's grab some of these pines and throw in there too. And maybe a couple of these trees just scattered about there. A couple bushes just sprinkled in. Here, make this so these homes are not having to look at all of these businesses. Looks like there's some room back in here for some trees. Try to be conscientious of what people are seeing. There's a couple big trees sprinkled throughout. Okay, that'll be really nice when it grows up. Very similar to how this area has grown up over here. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, if we zoom in here, when we look at this, I mean, that looks like a nice green. There's some nice green spaces here. People to come with their little picnic baskets. Picnic. Okay. What's going on over here? Trains. Trains. That's something we can look into. Not right now, but it will be something in the future. We'll probably end up bending this down and riding this road out to the new industrial section. So we're looking for some high-skilled laborers. We have the college nearby, so this is good. I think that problem will solve itself. Let's check out traffic. Hey, we were able to solve our traffic problems for the most part. I think a combination, I think this bypass does help out a little bit. Maybe not as much as I thought was going to help out, but we have, there's some backup at intersections. But overall, I mean, okay. Overall, things are working out a lot better. Let's just take a look at citywide traffic problems. This is going to continue to get worse. I mean, there's going to come a point in time when we just simply are not going to be able to keep up with the traffic issues on Main Street. So we really are going to be looking at turning this into a proper interstate. And what I mean by that is there's 2 lanes in each direction. I think that's going to have to be done in order to get over to here eventually. especially if our city expands down this way any further. I know we're wanting to look at going up to that lake at some point in time. Other possibilities are to have some roads breaking out from the from some exits breaking out this direction here. Yeah, look at that. We got problems down here again. It's just we're gonna get rid of that crosswalk. I just can't have that crosswalk there. You guys are gonna have to find another place to cross, which is difficult. You know, there's one down there. You can go down there to cross. And up there. So, let's see if that helps anything. You know, I wonder if a traffic light might not just solve some of this problem. And if that doesn't work, we can, again, just curve this road and put a little roundabout in there in hopes of making this work a little better. Let's run this through and see if that traffic light makes a difference. So people are backing up. We're backed up to my mouse. When it turns green, I mean, we're getting a lot of traffic through there. A lot of these cars might be just cars coming into the city to move into those high residential towers. Yeah. Look at that. That's not... Okay. I know when to admit defeat if I get my fingers on the right keys here. Shucks. Now, this business relies on this road. So does this business. People can still get out over there. We're gonna fix that road. So people can still exit right here. They can exit, you know, out back this way. It's not ideal. And I believe in episode 1, we actually had talked about this road maybe coming out someday and not being there. So our traffic problem is now contingent on just the busyness of this highway. And it is busy. It is a busy highway. Just letting this play through. Traffic's not horrible right now, but there is definitely a small issue. Okay, that's doing a lot better now. Just checking some of our buildings to see how they're doing. Money's looking good right now. And one thing we can do, we can look at, restoring some of our services. Roads, I mean, this is just going to help us out right here. People will be able to go faster. So let's go 100%. Electricity, we can give people a little bit of a break. Sewage, a little bit of a break. Healthcare, we can get some better healthcare. We have to be careful not to totally ruin our budgets on things. So the city has talked to the college. The college has asked for some better internet coverage and phone services in their campus. So they have agreed to allow us to put a tower in on their property. And the college is going to do a little bit of landscaping. We're going to do some hand-detailed landscaping around this. Somebody is at my front door. Let me just see who that is. Pull up my camera here. I bet you it's just the mailman. Yep, just the mailman. Okay. Why am I adding bushes? I have no idea. Just something to tell people, the college owns this, but we would like you to stay away from this tower.
This is an emergency broadcast to all citizens. The fire and rescue service reports that fires are currently spreading in the nearby forest. The billowing clouds of smoke.
This could turn into a little bit of a forest fire here.
At this
But
time,
we don't own
all
that land.
citizens in the affected area are instructed to immediately move to a safe distance until the situation is under control.
Nice. Nice. I am tickled pink at how this is working. I really, truly am. Let's see. We're at the hour and 10-minute mark. We're going to keep going for a little bit longer. We'll try to do a hard stop at about an hour and 30 minutes into this episode.
Please exercise caution if you must drive and try to stay off the street.
I mean, this is starting to look really good.
This has been a local public.
We might be at the point where we are ready to landscape the backside of the college.
All citizens are encouraged to place their recyclables in the proper receptacles. Let's keep our city green.
I despise some of their methods of deleting stuff. It is so daggone difficult. Okay. There's a frustrated owl on the other side of the microphone at the moment. His feathers are all ruffled. Okay, there we go. We got that deleted. Ooh, there's a couple things we missed.
For our newer, less able listeners, first, we will be dancing through the al dente section.
Let's go ahead and grab some
slower largo movement finally, then savoring the
trees like this.
Movement. So,
and let's
ado,
do up the main walkway.
our story this hour, Kim is on scene outside an abandoned building.
That's right, Jim. This decaying shell is a symbol of the industrial decline sweeping the city. People are being laid off. The industrial sector is on the verge of collapse. And worryingly, crime is on the rise.
Thanks, Kim. Always got to watch out for crime.
Look at that shadow, man.
Collapsing buildings. We'll have more
I see we have a tree that we forgot. Whoop.
This just in from traffic. If you're thinking about hitting the streets, you can expect delays on the major roads, especially during rush hour.
Good to know, Jim. Seems like everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere fast.
Cultivated bush.
It's worth slowing down. And if you can, plan your trip outside the rush.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather wait an hour in traffic than to have to start thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get anywhere.
There are a lot more people who are more into, I mean, I love doing this type of stuff, but they are a lot more into the detail work than I am. I'm just doing a little park area there. I'm not the biggest, I like things to look nice, but I'm not the biggest detail guy in the world, though it might seem it sometimes. I do want things to eventually look nice. When we're done with this city, I want you to look at this city and say, you know, I would like to live there in real life. I mean, it's not that bad of a city to live in. I wouldn't mind going to college there. I mean, that looks like a nice campus. You know, that doesn't look bad. It's a start to something. People are moving in. That's what they are doing. We're gonna need more parking lots. Where'd everything go? I have lost all my... Okay, there we go. Panic! Lost my parking lots. Parking is going to be an issue. That one's right in the middle on this side. I want this to be in the middle. Come on. Can we just put that right there? Okay, there we go. That looks good. I like that. It's not next to a road. You are next to a road. Oh, you need to be on the other side. We can flip you around. Okay. Happy now? Okay, that was interesting. I don't think I realized or planned well enough for all the traffic on this stretch. Because our parking lot's on the side of the double lanes, we're just going to have that be our... So the people in the parking lot can turn right. Eventually, this will probably be one way. Sewage is a problem. Okay. Near this industrial area, I think it's probably safe to do something like this too. Right here. Do we connect? Dag nugget. Okay. Bulldozer, underground, delete that. You guys ready for some problems? Here we go. We want to connect into this. Okay, there, I got the connection. I know it's really weird, you just have to... Maybe it might be better to come up here. It looks like it's better just to come all the way up there. Okay, it is connected. And what we can do is go ahead and do these same upgrades. Just like that. Okay. That should solve some of our problem. Medium density homes are needed. I see that. Okay, so we've kind of, Main Branch Street. Boy, that extends quite a ways, doesn't it? Where does that, come in at? Main Branch? I thought that Main Branch Street was right here. No, this used to be Main Branch Street. And that got changed. This road here is there, Swordfish Street. This is not Main Branch Street. This is whatever fish this was. We're just gonna call it. We're gonna rename it to. College Avenue, since it borders the college, and yeah, we still have to do some major landscaping on this college over here, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Airplane. I was like, what's that noise? So there is a need for commercial buildings, not on the college campus, but along this street. Still thinking elementary school in this area somehow. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. So we've got about 5 minutes left of the stream. We're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up. Holy cow. Okay. Do we have a button that we can press to warn people of this? Okay, I don't think it's coming towards us. Looks like it's going away from the city.
To address the limitations of the city's power grid and
Wow.
combat global warming, the city
I mean,
has passed a resolution to encourage
we
all
have
citizens
like an
to reduce their
emergency
electricity consumption.
thing right here, right?
Be energy smart. Remember to turn off lights and computers when not in use.
So,
Good habits can make a big difference. This has been a local public service announcement.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve.
I mean,
This has been
we're
a
okay.
local
We're
public
okay.
service announcement.
what I was going to do is recap our city. And we're going to mute our music right now. We're just going to recap the city here. And look at all the things that we've done in this episode. And we're just going to look at our city as a whole. So we're going to get down here with our city. Hi, kitty cat. I think my cat's ready for me to be done talking to a computer screen. So we still are having some slow traffic problems, but a lot of people are now using that bypass, which is great. That's definitely going to help out the Main Street traffic. We might need to extend this lane down this way in our next episode. It looks like we could definitely use another lane or an extension to that lane. So yeah, this was a major addition. I would call this major. Somebody said in a comment that I would not call the episode massive, expansive, massive. When you add an entire suburb in, yeah, that's massive. I mean, think about real life, okay? We're not building an entire city in one episode, so just calm down a little bit there. We've got some congestion problems here on Riverfront, which we're going to take a look at in our next episode. I like how this mansion looks right on this corner here. Almost golf course-like. I don't know if they have golf courses in the game or not. That'd be cool to put one in. I really like this wooded area for our cemetery. But let's continue on down Main Street. Main Street's seen some major work with relaning the Main Street and adjusting some traffic patterns. We've expanded our circle. Our farmland we've tried to keep preserved as much as we can. Will you just be quiet? Yes, I hear you. Everyone hears you. The whole world hears you. So, we still have our old neighborhood. It looks good. Our very first district looks really good. I guess we can go. I don't know how you do this. There's a way that you can hide UI. There we go. Now we can't move as fast, though. Dang it. Okay, bring back my UI. I love how this high school area, I mean, the trees are starting to grow out. Look at that. That just looks like a nice green space. I mean, when you're driving through here, that just looks nice. I mean, this is the first time I've seen it with the trees being grown. So, I don't know if you can see how mature the trees are, but I think that just looks splendid. I am very pleased with this. I'd like to get some bushes right in here someday, but that's nice. So let's see what else we have going on. We didn't really do anything down on this side. That's all the same, but you can see again, look how our trees are growing up. I mean, this is really making this a nice, you know, this guy added a lot of trees for privacy, and I would say, you know, he got his money's worth with trying to do some private tree fencing, if you will. These buildings are still here, are low rent buildings. But let's go down to the college. This is where everything has been happening. There's a lot that needs to take place over here. I mean, massive, massive buildings moving into the college district. I mean, we're going to have to do some major roadway work. I mean, this is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I think we're going to install parking meters. Especially out here. Oh, there's no parking out here anyway. So these businesses, we're going to need places for people to park, and I think just having some sidewalks. People are visiting these businesses, which is great. You got the college campus, so you get to see the back of the college, which is not the prettiest right now. Once these trees grow up, and we're going to do some more landscaping, but this is going to be a nice view. Going down to college. Somebody didn't plant these trees in a straight line. We're going to have to talk to the city about that. They gave one of their architects, one of their gardeners to us, and he didn't do as good of a job as this guy did. This guy did a pretty good job. But can you imagine the solid skyscrapers right back here? It's going to be really nice when it's done. So this district is all here, but we've added the row houses in the back, and it looks like they've really turned out quite nice. And we should have done European-style row houses. We kind of broke theme and did American. That's my fault. I just was not thinking. This was a European-style district, and it's too late. There's too many people moved in now. You can blame these people over here, but really, it's in the back. It doesn't look bad. You got two districts meeting. It looks bad at that corner, but it will be what it will be. We got some traffic problems that we're going to have to address in the next episode, it looks like. Traffic is moving, but it is barely moving. It looks like we're backed up along here as well. So this is something that is going to be needing our attention, I believe. I was really hoping those roundabouts would take care of a lot of the problems, but they did not. So I like this common area. We're just going to take a little quick flyby, look at some of the homes that moved in. You got big homes. You got some small homes, mainly big lots, which is what we're going for. Got some little tiny homes along the side, which is nice. That's cute. Willow Commons. People seem to be patronizing this place here. Maybe do a sidewalk down from there to there. Let's do that right now, and that'll be the last thing we do in this episode, is throw in a sidewalk. Just like that. This guy just decided not to, he was a little cheap on the money and didn't put in a garden. Okay. Hey, whatever. Well, guys, I want to thank you for joining me in this episode. In our next episode, we're going to be looking at expanding our industrial area, and we got some traffic problems to try to work out on Willow Street and clean up. So we got lots of stuff, lots of traffic problems. We got a vehicle accident causing problems. We got lots of problems that we still have to address and deal with. But the good news is most of our businesses are no longer complaining about the customer problem. Man, we got traffic. The next episode is just going to be focused on traffic. Okay, I'm SwiftOwl7. This is SwiftOwl7 Gaming. Until next time, you guys all take care.